Hi, I'm Scott Houston. In this quick video, I'm going to show you how to figure out the notes in a seventh chord on any keyboard-shaped object, like a piano or a keyboard or an organ. Okay, let's dig in. Now what we're trying to accomplish here is to figure out some way to very quickly figure out whatever the notes are in a seventh chord. Now, why you would want to know that is because when you play piano in the style that I teach, you're using chord symbols all the time, and you may come across a seventh chord. Now, a seventh chord is the kind of chord symbol that just has a 7 after whatever the note name is. So it'll just say C7 or A flat 7, something like that. It will not have minor 7 or major 7 or something like that. The seventh chord we're talking about, it's actually also called a dominant seventh if you're a serious theory person. But yeah, I'm talking about dominant seventh chords, or the kind that just look like C7, E flat 7, whatever it may be. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. To figure those out, I've got to give you just a teeny smidgen of theory here. So let's take a look at my keyboard. Now all I need to tell you, in case you haven't figured this out yet or no one's ever brought this up to you, there's a term used in music theory called a half step. And what a half step is the closest distance between any two notes. It means you've gone from one note to the next and you haven't skipped anything between it. So, for example, if I went from C to D, that would not be a half step because I skipped over that black note. So a half step is the distance between the two closest notes. So it'd be these. So that distance is one half step. This distance is one half step. This distance is one half step. This is one of those cases where there's no black note between. So again, the rule has nothing to do with white to black or black to white. The rule is closest distance between any two notes. All right, so knowing what a half step is, right, here's what we're going to do. I've got a little formula to use, and it goes like this. You start on the note name. We're going to call that the root. So if it says C7, C is what I'm talking about. That's called the root of the chord. Start there, all right? Now to build a seventh chord, here's how you do it. You start on the root, you go up 4 half steps, then 3 half steps, then another 3 half steps. All right, that sounds kind of confusing, but let's just remember this. R, 4, 3, 3. That'll give you the 4 notes in the chord. Let me show you. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to start on the R. We're talking about a C7 here. So if we're trying to build a C7 chord, we're saying, okay, the root is C, so that's the R. Now I'm going to go up 4, then 3, then another 3. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll give you the second note. I'm going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now I've got one more 3 to go. 1, 2, 3. That's it. So a C7 chord, the 4 notes in a C7 chord are C, E, G, and B flat. That's it. Okay, pretty cool, huh? That's the way this works. So let me try it on a couple others. But again, just so this doesn't get ahead of you, it's the formula for a seventh chord is R, 4, 3, 3. So R, 4, 3, 3. That's a straight ahead seventh chord. Let's do it on another root and just kind of prove that it works. How about a flat 7? We'll do an A flat 7. Okay, so you find your A flat, that's the root. Okay, now the formula was R, 4, 3, 3. So we'll go up 4 to begin with. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, when I say go up, what I'm talking about is half steps here. So 4 half steps. Now I have to do 2 more of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sure enough, that is an A flat 7 chord. A flat, C, E flat, and G flat. So that's how you figure out a seventh chord. Just remember that formula, R, 4, 3, 3. If you'd like to download a chart that has all of the different formulas for different chord types in there, not just the one that we're talking about in this video, click on a link somewhere here on the video, or it'll be in the description somewhere, and I'd be happy to provide you one of those, and you can get it and print it out for yourself, and hopefully that'll help you with your chord type. So, as always, have fun playing piano.